Alright guys and girls, Shardy back for another update on the tank, and I've been seriously busy recently. I will show you what I've done, but we are ready to do a water fill now and start testing the tank. So right, just take you have a little look at the sump I've got here. Basically this sump was modelled on New York Stilo's sump design. That I was watching loads of his videos and trying to learn everything before getting into this hobby. Basically what we've got is we've got an Ocean Runner 6500 here. That's going to be my main return pump. I've still just got to pipe up the end of that to my valve here, which I'll probably end up doing tonight actually, if I've got enough tubing. At the back, you might be able to see, focus, we've got 3 level sensors. Optical level sensors for the Profilux, not even rigged in yet, but going up into my hole up there, over to the computer system, which is over here. Still got to put my Vortec battery up in there as well. I've got these 2 Arcadia 11 watt fluorescents for the Refugium, 2 heaters at the back. I glued in this little comb here across here basically, just to stop bits coming from the Refugium over into this section, and I made myself a little DIY shelf here with some egg crate on it, with 3 sponge filter things basically. And actually what was cool is I made these out of the spare bits that was left off the optical level sensors, and that's worked quite good. So yeah, I got the lights. I finally got my Deltec skimmer back, the one I wanted, which was the SC2060. They gave me the TC, which was the external one. I've got the internal one, so that's ready to go. As you can see, I've got this blue pipe in here. This comes from my peristaltic pump in the water storage room, which I'll show you. That's got to be basically put into the sump for my RO top up. And I've got on order some magnetic probe holders there for all my probes. So yeah, pretty happy with this. Obviously I've still got to do a bit of neatening and with all the cables and stuff and just clip everything together, but I'm really happy now that finally got the sump in. We've got a little wedge here which I'm going to cut down. You can probably just see it. That's now got the entire tank level basically. So yeah, happy with that. What else? Yes, I got the oh yeah, but I mean now W20, sorry, not W21 suggestion of drilling into this weir to hide this pipe here for the salt drain. Awesome idea. Really wanted to do it, but I couldn't find a saltwater grain bulkhead. Nobody's got one available at the moment, so I don't know. I would like to do it, and if I am going to do it, now is the time, but I just don't know. I've got to, because the only bulkheads that I could find were not saltwater grade, and because it's going to be sat in there, I don't want it corroding on me and leaking any oils into the system. So if I'm going to do that, I need to have the right bulkhead. So I may have another look around tomorrow to see if I can do that. But great idea by him on that one, because I think it'll just hide that single pipe coming down, which is the saltwater drain. And as you might have seen in an earlier video, I decided to go with a self-priming pump to basically suck all the water out of the aquarium. So take you over now to my water storage. You're not going to believe the size of this beast, but here it is up on my wall. That is the self-primer, which is basically originally designed for boats, for pumping salt water out of boats, I presume, when the waves go over the top and they need to get the water out of there, because I couldn't find any kind of aquarium place that would do a pump that would pull water all the way around there. Oh yeah, I've also got my piping all boxed in and decorated now. The decorators have been, so all that ugly piping that was in there has now been done, and also around that side in the corner, as you can see. That's all nice and neat there, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I mean, I'm really excited because we're going to start filling it with water in a second. But yeah, so back to the storage room. Like I say, I've got that pump up there. That's going to do the job for me. I've tested that and it is working. We just put a bucket under the pipe just to see if it would pull it out. and it did, so that's all good to go. Still obviously a bit messy in here, I need to tack all these cables and stuff, but everything is plugged and ready. Just wrapped up my Profilux on the wall there. This is the peristaltic pump that feeds that auto top off wire that I was showing you, plugged into my Profilux plug bar. So yeah, and we've got 2 full tanks of RO water, so ready to go, ready to fill. So yeah, so basically let's go back over. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty nice as well from in here as well. I'm liking that. Tank looks cool. It's all looking neat. It's all been painted, so I'm pretty happy with that as well. So has been a lot of stuff going on here. The house has been upside down. So I'm going to share with you the actual initial filling of the tank. I probably might pipe in that return pump onto the pump after later on, but I'll just show you the start of me filling this up. So I'll go over to my Profilux, focus in here. Let's see if we can focus. There we go. I'm going to go to my plug bar 18. I'm going to turn it on, and there we go. If we can get some focus in here, we're going to see water is now coming in to the system, and it looks like, no, this is good now, because if you remember last time there was a massive slope on it, and I did put a level sensor on here, and it did basically it was a lot more water on the other side. Now it's looking even, actually. Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously it's probably quite hard for you guys to see, but that looks even to me now. So obviously a lot of splashing on the glass there. That should get less as the tank fills up. So yeah, momentous occasion for me really. I'm really happy to be filling this tank up finally, and now the next week or 2 is going to be spent basically testing water and testing my my Profilux system, and making sure I can get the programming right to do with the saltwater changes. That's the biggest one for me, is the saltwater changes. Just getting that right. If once I get that right, and I might test out a few little things that I want to do with my dosing pumps, obviously get my RO top-up system working as well. And if I get all that programmed nice, working and reliable, then we're ready to put the sand and live rock in. So yeah, obviously I'm going to fill this up to below these weirs today, and then, well, unless I get that pipe on the return pipe hooked up, and then I can do a full test today. But I will keep you updated on anything that I do. So this is Shardy, pretty happy, tanks filling up. Thanks for everybody for watching. Thanks for guys that, you know, you've been great, giving me comments, giving me ideas. And not W21, I do want to get that, you know, put that pipe in there, but you know, I'm getting a bit, I can't be waiting another week to get this going until I find that part. So I don't know whether I will or I won't, but thanks everyone anyway, and this is Shardy signing out.